Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play European Universalis 4 as Sweden, as peaceful Sweden that has no ambitions of conquest in any way whatsoever. Wait, how are they not rivals anymore? I'm counting on France and Austria beating the snot out of each other repeatedly to hold each other back. Spain, interesting. It never occurred to me that it might have been an actual good move to support rebels in Spain. Apparently, I've recently sent them a diplomat. Many pop-ups. Recall diplomat. So, we are only 2 years away from annexing Scotland, which is awesome and is going to be quite cool and sexy. Seriously, we just sent you, dude? Come on. 12? Oh, but I want it now. Guys. I mean, I know I'm not the most patient person, but let's take a look. The problem is I don't really know how the new rebel system works. You don't get the kind of feedback you might expect. I mean, there's like a local unrest modifier, which is quite expensive to support rebels, actually. And maybe the Spanish peasants aren't the way to go. The Umbrian peasants have already revolted, which probably means they're a long way away from another revolt. So unless I wanted them to actually just be friends. I'm not sure. The Catalan, maybe Barcelona wants to be independent. Oh, topical topic. Algerian nationalist. I think the 0% shows me their current rebellion risk, which is not terribly high. Really, I can't determine any of that. Really? What about the border provinces over here? Well, those are pretty low, which doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I don't think that's an option. What we're going to do is we're going to move our troops towards Russia, because that might potentially be a way for us to go. I was talking about it last episode, how it would be a nice way to get a little bit more power projection by beating up on Russia, which we may or may not be in a shape to do. Is Russia in a war currently? They're not. And if we take a look at their actual statistical numbers, we can go down to Russia, right over here. They currently have 62,000 men and 108 in reserve, which is pretty good. We have a very similarly sized army, I'm pretty sure. 62,000 men, but half the manpower in reserve. On the other hand, we do have a few vassals, and I'm curious to see, if we were to declare war, who would jump in? France, which I'm not sure would make much of a difference, although apparently Spain would jump in on the other side, so it's good that we would have France here. How weakened is Spain right now? That's actually a great question. They're actually doing okay. What, 42 and 96 in reserve, and France? 100, and not in any wars. Oh, that's really tempting. In the very least, we have to let our dudes get there, and apparently we're going to suffer a little bit of attrition along the way. The question is, does it matter if we're going to do this before or after we annex Scotland? And I'm not convinced that it makes a difference one way or another. If we do annex Scotland, we'll have a higher manpower limit. The Scottish troops won't be relevant in this particular war, so it'll actually be handier once we have them annexed. That being said, 2 years is a long time to wait, but we don't have full manpower either. And we know that going to war against Russia is very expensive on the manpower. In fact, I'm going to cause these guys to wait here a little bit because they're having the problem where they keep bunching up and they keep attritioning each other. You go to Lagoda, we'll wait until the next group moves, and then we'll move these guys over to Neva. Yeah. So I don't know. I really do want to go and declare some more war, and it would be nice to clean up some of these borders. I probably won't do the thing where I sort of punish Russia by splitting them up as much this time, just because of the border gore, but I don't know. Like, that's the thing. It looks ugly, but it is such a powerful move to mess with a country like this and split up their troops. I mean, if they happen to get any kind of unrest in a province and then they just get blown away by those sorts of issues, it's very, very potent. We have a navy here, transports and heavies, okay. Lights are lightning by doing the trade. I was going to say trade protection, but they're actually doing pirating. Piracy! What the hell? We've got no overextension. Stability is good. How much are we getting from our piracy? 4 gold, which isn't huge, but we're also not getting a whole lot from trade. Would we be better off defending our trade? When we did our test earlier, it wasn't the case, but things do change. How's our naval force limit? We're very close to it, which is fine. We're nowhere close to our army force limit, which again points to not actually declaring war. I mean, it would cost us our entire manpower pool right now just to go to our force limit. So I really do think it makes sense for me to go to speed 4 and just, you know, spend some time here. Just be patient. It's hard for me, you guys. I have a real problem. It is hard, but I'm going to try. I'm gonna... Royal marriage from France. Yeah. We got a colonial CV against Scotland. No, none of that actually matters. Having actual relationships here. Hamburg, I can't royal marry because they have a... As someone in the comments mentioned, they have a bishop freak. Nobles demand privilege. We can lose... Losing prestige. We're not at war right now, so we're losing prestige already, which makes that a little bit more painful. +2 national unrest for a year. I think we can probably soak that. 16 years, that's decreasing. 11 years. You know, we can soak the bonus unrest. It would be a little different if we were at war. But as is, yeah, that's going to go away and it's going to be fine. Most of the armies have arrived. Oh, we're going to get a lot of those messages as this army arrives here. How's my maintenance right now? You know what? I think in hindsight, I think some of my troops are over here because they were supposed to be knocking down some unrest. So hopefully that's not a problem. I think we'll be okay. We got a Tanai. We've got some conversions. We've got some more arrivals. Excellent. We can do some more converting. Oh, wow. Quite quick, actually. Yeah, let's definitely work on that stuff. Really fast conversion. Now, I think we're probably... Yeah, we're over 100% religious unity. Go us. So yeah, we're mostly just going to keep things fast forwarding here. We'll just eat Scotland. We'll reorganize things. We'll aim for our manpower limit, or our force limit, I should say. Oh, we don't have enough money, so we need 287 to build. How's our inflation sitting at? Oh, very low. Everything is awesome. And that's it. There's probably a lot of little opportunistic battles that we can take, but you know what? Let's take this moment at a high speed of 4 to, you know, just actually let things kind of work out together. We also have a fair number. Well, actually, no. We only have 2 things in our coalition right now, but I suspect it's because we have some truces. Now, they will go relatively fast. Lithuania is trying to conquer Lipetsk against Crimea, the Golden Horde, and Theodoro. Crimea is allied with the Ottomans. I think it's safe to do, and I like Lithuania. I certainly don't want them to take a massive hit, even though I kind of want to stay out of these wars. They're not really particularly relevant to me, but, you know, we are adjacent to the Golden Horde, though. So, there's that. This is leading against Crimea. You know, we can actually potentially take some territory here. Let's go and besiege all this stuff and see what the end result of that will be. Meanwhile, this army will move you down here as well. More conversions. These will go so fast. We have England as a vassal, right? Yeah, lovely. I think our relationship is more or less maxed. It is. That is at 200, which is great. We could potentially annex you later. I'm going to let the Scottish thing finish. Oh, Scotland, we actually don't have a great relationship right now, but it doesn't matter because we're going to annex you. Don't want to do the Teutons. Tiver, I think I decided that that was definitely something that was going to have to be annexed, so we could actually... We're at war. Never mind. I was going to say we can annex them now, but no, we cannot. Drop down to speed 3. We'll repay that loan. How are we doing on loans? We still have 2 more. Okay, so I guess we won't be rebuilding another army yet. So this is why I didn't personally want to declare war. I guess I forgot about the loans. I mean, loans, manpower, not being at the force limit. It all really fits together as like, okay, I shouldn't go to war. I don't have any claims on any of this stuff, which is too bad. I can, if I do some damage to Crimea personally, which is, I think, what's going to be important here. I need to personally do some damage against Crimea so that I personally have some war score. Although, no. Battle war score is not good. Battle war score always goes to the ward leader, if I recall correctly. So, for me, it's not about winning battles. For me, it's about personally sieging stuff. And specifically, if I can personally siege stuff from Crimea, then I will be able to separate piece them out and ideally take some stuff from the Golden Horde. It's too bad that Lithuania is currently sieging. Oh, that's actually what they declared the war for. That's interesting. Hang on. It's the Lithuanian conquest of Lipetsk, which is here, but that's Golden Horde. Why did Crimea assume leadership of the war? Ah, vassals. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Split the stack and go that way. Win that battle. Detach. Go here. Actually, I'm wondering if I should just grab this land over here. It'll be a little more contiguous. Well, hang on. Again, I need to make damage to the actual war leader. So let's go ahead and I'll tell you what, I'll detach another siege and I'll send you there, but send the bulk of it inside of Crimea proper. So the trick will be to do an early peace out, which will upset Lithuania a little bit, but not really all that much. That will result in me getting something before Lithuania actually pieces out. Actually, let's split and do that and be nice and safe. We're not going to take too many risks over here. We got disorder. Disorder has expired in Sweden. Excellent. Good to know. We're there. Can I? What's the support level here? It's only 2, so I should be able to split you and do that, which should be totally fine and safe. We're not at war with Kazan or anything. They might get military access. Conceivably, someone could go around and grab Saratov, but it seems pretty unlikely. And as is, we're incredibly safe. Some of these sieges are going to go fast. It's a level 2 fort. How come it went so fast? I don't understand. I mean, I know we got there quick, but it still seems a little bit surprising to me. Let's move to here. You manage. Is there... Maybe I want to just cut a line through here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that much out of the peace deal. 1 or 2 provinces is going to be great. Hey! We got Scotland. Okay. We got a CB against New Scotland. Isn't that beautiful? So much blue. You know what's going to happen once I get England? It's going to be glorious. New Scotland, are you one of mine? You are... Is the colony of Sweden. Oh, God, that is glorious. That is glorious. How do you feel about me? You don't really like me too much, which I'm... Wait. Shouldn't you be positive? Maybe it just hasn't processed. There we go. I unpaused for a second. Lovely, 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 lovely. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's probably worth us going ahead and doing a boost here. Just in case there's any weird liberty desires. It is, that's the actual liberty desire, right? Yeah, it's relatively high. We're going to make sure to stay friends. They can't break away. They can't even try to declare independence until they get to 50%. But I'll still preemptively just go ahead and buff that up just because it'll be, I don't know, feel good. There. See, these kinds of events. We can afford to get a little bit more. It's going to be okay. I'm not going to manually raise the tariffs. We can do that. How much is that actually donating to us? Donating. 1.63 per month is pretty good. Actually sucks that the Liberty Desire is higher than tariff efficiency. The Liberty Desire will drop over time to match the tariff efficiency, but there we have it. Okay, we want a siege, and we've got some excessive dudes, so I'm going to move them to the front. I'm going to move you here, detach and do that, detach and do that. My goal is to personally get war score with Crimea. Right now, it's not enough. We were going to have to occupy a crap ton of stuff. We may as well go into full carpet siege, I think. I'm going to avoid anything on the coast just because I have no ability to blockade, and therefore siege is always going to be relatively difficult. Interesting. Some friendly land over there that's going to be counter-sieged. We should be able to personally get quite a bit of war score, though. We got some more conversions. Go us. Go Team Catholic! More conversions. Bam. Going to be some land in Scotland to convert. And speaking of Scottish stuff, yeah, I want to siege of Bahamut. Which over here, I believe Bahamut is the good god of dragons. Wait, or is that Dungeons and Dragons? Anyway, I need to check the Scottish fleet. First of all, there's no way I'm above my force limit either way. Very close to my naval force limit, but not quite there. The Scots probably have some navies, so we've got some there, including some light ships. I'm going to send you to the Lubeck trade node, rather than doing some piracy stuff. So that's that, and then these guys are going to join my main fleet there. And then this 11 stack, the same thing. We're going to break off the lights. We'll send you to Lubeck. They'll automatically merge at some point. And then the rest of these guys here will go there. And that's that. Okay, that's relatively good. Scottish Army. Do we have a Scottish Army? Where did it go? Maybe I've sent it to the mainland. They probably did. But I don't know which one it would be. We may have to wait until after the war when we try to reconsolidate everything. Yeah, they're only navies over here. They must have had ground troops. Where the hell did they put them? I don't know. Anywho, should be safe there. We can always reinforce if they decide to attack, which is fine. Our personal war score is 1%. Our colony has become self-sustaining. Okay. Not that we can personally colonize, but that's great. Lovely. I don't know. This is not actually Terra Incognita. This is actually part of New Scotland, but I can't actually see it, which is weird. Apparently, I have some troops left behind here in New Scotland, but I don't think I can move them out right now. Do I want to leave them here? It's probably fine if I do. It might be, though, a good idea to see New Scottish war goal. It might be a good idea to see if we can grab Tuskegee, which sounds like they're going to be completely independent. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then move in this guy here. We might want another military leader. We only have 2. I'm going to go for a 3rd. We have good tradition, and if I recall correctly, we're well ahead in terms of military tech. I'm going to feel okay doing that. And it'll give New Scotland something to do. We won the siege of... Oh, that's my ships arriving. I could probably officially keep them mothballed for now. And then we want a siege there, which means I can continue to move forward and try to apply some damage. Where's their actual capital? Well, probably, say, the province called Crimea. What do you think? You think that might be their capital? Move in that general direction. You go over there as well. We'll see what we can do. We can siege their capital. Hopefully we'll get some credit for that. We want another siege. Lovely. This one's an actual leader as well. If I move here, it might bait them into attacking. It looks like their army's gonna get squashed regardless, so I think we're gonna be okay. So again, the mission is see if we can get some personal war score over here, and certainly occupy a lot of things ourselves. Worst case scenario, if we can't piece out individually, it's possible. How come I can't merge these? Is it because they're not both mothballed? Is that true? Hang on. I'm hitting G on the keyboard. I can't merge them. So if I say unmothball this one, now I can merge them. Interesting. What if I'd done the opposite? If I'd selected the other one and turned on the mothballing for it? Would then have been able to merge it? I bet you can't. I bet you that's a thing. Detach. Let's move down there. Join up. Okay, that's good. Lovely. Beautiful. Sexy. All that stuff. You're going to move into there, which is great. So why don't you just move to Crimea? Crimea River. I want to siege there. We have to be careful that we're not going to get smashed anywhere. I think we're going to be okay. Maybe we'll move into Azov. Lower Don is over. I remember these provinces from playing like a Russian campaign or a Muscovy campaign. Lunenburg. Welcome to the Catholic Party. Run one of those. Come back down here. Oh, they're white flag. They've actually been destroyed. The Creek ambassador, the one who declared war. Can't believe he would go and do that. Declare war on the Creek. What did they ever do to us other than exist in a place that we may vaguely covet? It's very rude of us. I can't believe we would do such a thing. Bit of a skirmish there, which doesn't really involve us. We'll keep trying to get some of that. So Crimea, we are taking on another siege over here, so we're going to get all that. Can we reach there? No. We could get open borders with Kazan, but that doesn't seem to make much of a point. Because these guys are vassal, I don't think we can full annex them. And I don't think that's really an option. Mostly we might look to grab 1 or 2 provinces at the most. Where might I want to move you? Again, us winning battles really doesn't do anything. So, move you down to there. I think that'll be okay. I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure the battles would only help the war leader. It was not us. Won the siege of Tuskegee. And most importantly, it allows us to move our troops out of here. I don't think I made that move. It's so stupid. You can move into terra incognita belonging to your enemies, but not from your allies. Yeah, hey. Decline. We're not, yeah, we have 100% war score, so we can full annex that. I don't think there's any way, if I flip this occupation to New Scotland, I don't think they can full annex it. I will try. Interesting, I can transfer to anyone. That's quite odd. I will try, but I think it's going to be full annexed by me. Oh, no, what's full annexed by New Scotland? Okay, excellent. All right, I wasn't sure. I know there's some weirdness sometimes, but that is really good news. What about Powhatan? Are they alone? No, they've got the Chickasaw who are over here. Interesting. What is this that's black flagged over here? Isla Juana? Juana? Oh, it's over here. It's a Spanish colony. How odd. Well, we might be able to grow New Scotland some more. Now, they probably have to core this. They have an actual claim on it. That's good. We'll give them some time for now, then. All right, so we'll grab all that. Manpower is stable. I was hoping for growing manpower, but we might be able to get a little bit of land out of this war that we hadn't really expected, so that's always fun. Detach an army and just go squash that. And it's not for personal war score, it's just to make sure that people can't de-siege anything. We're going to take the spare no expense, because reducing inflation is actually relatively inexpensive. Move you back down there. It looks like we've got a full carpet siege going on. Not quite. Do we want to? If I do this, probably going to hurt the siege. It will, but it might be worthwhile doing anyway. Siege of Mansour, which is cool. Maybe we'll move you to Kuban. More sieges, more sieges. So merge you up. And we'll go ahead and send you down here. And send you down here, and then figure out what we want to do at that point. More sieges are done. Who did we just finish improving relations with? Tiver. So we can't start annexing anyone because we're at war. We can get a new technology. We're still double expensive for military technology, so it's not going to be that. Admin tech will hold off for now because we may need to core some stuff. Standard stuff. Well, you know, I'm really happy my allies brought me into a war. Even if we're not necessarily going to get our bang for our buck here because we can't... Oh, the Ottomans are in here. I forgot about that. You know, they could actually bring in some real numbers. Oh, conversions. And Wessex flipped back to Protestant. That is really annoying. Convert the Western Isles. We really need to get over here. There's not really anything we're going to be able to do. The annex vessel is going to hurt as much, but annexing England is really, or actually, is it England or Great Britain? It is England. Is really going to be quite a high priority. But I don't know what we're going to do there, because it would mean having to delay maybe picking up Tiver. Might be worth doing, though, because owning the London node, very high value. Go ahead and move into Alanya. Still big Lithuanian numbers over here, which is great. What's our personal war score? Personal war score is only 8%, so we still can't demand anything. Maybe when we take the capital. The actual overall war score isn't that high either. I don't know if taking the capital is going to change anything. The tax base should be higher, if nothing else. Show province. Tax base is 7. But yeah, that should be worth a little bit more war score. Going to move you up to Alanya. At this point, I'm just going to coffee boom. Wow, good for Portugal. And yeah, what we're going to do is try to group up our sieges. Mostly for the extra cannons, so that we can speed that along. Good, good, good. There's that up there. That's not really a concern. Oh, I had some dudes left over. Everything is good. Mighty Fortress. Alright, that's fine. Right, that's that. Shouldn't have any real war exhaustion, and we don't. The inflation is fine. Okay, I think we're going to smoosh the Golden Horde. Well, we've already kind of smooshed them. Mostly hoping that we get a lot of war score, and that we can get some awesome stuff out of it. Cross my fingers. Ports are being blockaded. No, those. They're not really my ports, though, are they? This place is going to be quite challenging. Just because naval stuff takes longer. That's that. Let me move my artillery in here. And I'll leave the rest behind, just so I don't get too much attrition. On the Siege of Alanya. Great stuff. So I'll move back to friendly territory over here, except for my cannons, which I will then also use to improve my siege. Boom. Convert some more. And those conversions happen fast right now. With all the ideas we have and various decisions, and we may have... No, we don't have a... we don't have, what is it, the Inquisitor? But still, things are going pretty quick. I'll leave this guy here. Okay, that's all fine. We might want to rush some of these ports. Suppose these two, especially the infantry numbers, we could go and use to rush. I don't want to lose the Cardinal. I don't care about reducing my my tolerance of heathens for a little while. There, we'll move some more people over here and do a rush. God damn, London. Siege of Crimea is done. What does that do for us? 13% personal war score. We'll wait. We've got a few more numbers. We will go ahead and assault these guys, although the walls aren't down yet. So, it's a lot of attrition, though. We've got tons of cannons. We actually should get some pretty good rolls over there. We're going to want to piece them out soon. The overall war score is still low, and the reason is the Ottomans. The Ottomans just take up, because they have so much territory. Ooh, that is a good general. Because they have so much territory, they lower the effective percentage war score. There we go. We're going to pull back over to there. We just need to bust the walls. Are the walls down? They are down. Assault. A little bit costly, but not really that much. You guys are going to come over here. Getting in a position where we could fight back against the Ottomans. We won that. Split this stack. Go there. So, Crimea. 14%. Might be as good as we can get. You'll give me that. Would you give me a little more? No, it's still a really early war. It's a young war. Length of war penalty is pretty brutal. How early do I want to peace out? That's a good question. Let me check. Lithuanians get super high war enthusiasm. I don't think they'll be rushing to peace out quite yet. We're not going to lose any battles. There's actually a mini siege going on there, which is interesting. If I were to grab 2 provinces like this, 23 would be the offer. We're not going to get any more war score. I say that. Can we just go and beat up the Ottomans? Seems a bit unlikely. I don't know what this is going to do to Crimea. Now, I don't necessarily want Crimea becoming way, way more powerful. Or Lithuania becoming way, way more powerful. They still like me. I think even if I separate peace, I think they'll like me a fair bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take mine, which is just Tambov right over here. Just one little extra province, maybe some gold. I don't think there's any way I could get, like, war reparations or anything. No, that'll bring us too high. I'll just send that demand. Kind of a jerk-ass move on my part. But who cares? I certainly don't care. Boom! Core province. We're no longer at war. Let me pull back with all my troops. Somewhere over here. We'll get some attrition along the way. Because I'm not micromanaging it, but that's fine. Is that all my armies? No, we have another army. Oh, right, this one here. That's fine. I should start some annexing, then maybe declare war on some minor powers that don't particularly matter. Let's go ahead and annex these guys. Every time I annex, though, it will delay my annexation of England, so we do have to keep that in mind. That being said, I will very much like... Oh, we need to... Are we capped over here? More or less, yeah. Well, we'll do it anyway. We'll improve relations anyway. It will delay me grabbing England. On the other hand, until we wait for the aggressive expansion to burn away, it's not necessarily going to be possible for me to annex England. So I guess I could afford to get a little bit more annexed vassal penalties. We do have positive diplomatic reputation, though, because of we do have the +2 dude. And we've got some ideas that are helping along the way. So we'll never be able to not annex just based on diplomatic reputation, which is nice. So our manpower stayed stable throughout that, which is nice. On the other hand, we're getting some random attrition, which is kind of annoying. Can I walk through Lithuania? There. Do it that way, just so I walk in a slightly different path. And I think that's going to bring us to the end of the episode. We got a little bit of territory, mostly, and well, we got a lot of territory if you consider Scotland, which is certainly worth a lot. I love the fact that New Scotland is quite big. Hopefully we can keep nice and friendly with them and use them to expand some native stuff. Right, I forgot England's got a bunch of territory over here, which we will then just eat. And I suspect that we'll split off into a new colony using this stuff over here. I'm not sure what that's going to do for our CB for Canada. Do we want to declare war on Canada right now? What are you? Oh, you have a protectorate. Okay, that's fine. We might look into doing something like that, but for now, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.